What's up, everyone? How you guys and gals doing? It's Tuesday, and we're live right now over on MotorcycleMadhouse.com. Of course, I got my cohort in here, China Doll. We're going to see if we can piss her off today, like always. Is it better to be book smart or street smart? And everybody's going to know what I have to say about that one. China Dow, what's up?
How you doing?
You know what? Your Italian accent sucks.
Hi. Well,
It really does. Your Italian accent sucks
That's
a big
'cause
balls.
I'm not Italian. I only had it in me a little while.
You only had it in your little while. We're going to be talking about, as promised, Tomahawk. Yes, we just got back from vacay, and it was good and it was bad. Bad, I froze my ass off. I don't do good in the cold weather.
And I'm smaller than you.
You are. You're smaller, but it did suck, some of the riding. I didn't like it too much.
Yeah, how many layers did you have on?
Dude, coming home, I was layered up. Big time.
Sweatpants, jeans, chaps. About
You know what? I
four
got.
hoodies, a
I gotta
leather.
say, we were kind of stupid. When we went on our ride up to Ashland, we didn't even know we were in the upper peninsula of Michigan until it was too late.
No, until we saw the sign welcoming us back into Wisconsin.
It's like, dude, that navigation bitch. She don't tell me these things.
Well, that just shows you that Michigan does not welcome their people into their, state.
It doesn't,
Because there was
It
no
doesn't.
sign.
But it was beautiful going through the North Woods.
It was.
It was just absolutely gorgeous.
And the trees are changing.
Yeah, it was about 20%. I wish that we were up there when it was all changing.
Like in what, a couple weeks when
Yeah,
you
a couple
have
weeks
to go
when
in your car?
Yeah, when you have to go in the car and it's snowing and shit like up there.
No, they get a lot of snow compared to what we get.
And you know what?
No.
That's good because you get the snowmobile. See, even in northern Illinois, it don't snow enough up here to get freaking the snowmobiles. It's like, dude, why waste the money? But up there, you'd a snowmobile everywhere. You'd go bar to bar on your snowmobile. That's pretty kind of cool.
Yeah, and side by sides and golf carts and
I don't know, man. I don't know. Going back to the campground that one night and those two fucking deer, it's like, dude, hey, asshole, Bambi, get out of here.
well, the one was a dork. It did go in front of our bike. The other one stayed on the side of the road because you were yelling at it and it darted back into the trees.
Right.
So we got lucky with that one.
See, there's a difference though, Jason, when you're in Chicago and you're riding in the snow compared to the open freaking road of the Northwoods. You really don't get that damn cold when you're riding in the city.
No.
But when it gets to oh my God, was it fucking cold. And then sleeping in a damn tent. I'm not really into that stuff. I really ain't.
It only got 40.
Yeah, it got 40 degrees. Don't say only because you were freaking cuddled up and all that. You were crying and whining and it was cold.
I was cuddled up because of the fact you kept stealing all the blankets. I had no choice.
Yeah, but you're not going to come out here and act like you roughed it. And
I
you
did.
Were, you were over here.
I stayed in
there.
This. Yeah, but little did I know that you were blowing up underneath the covers, and I slept with my head under the covers. I could have died.
You know what? I Dutched up in her ass so many times. It was funny as hell. I'd sit there and laugh, and she's under there, mouth open and stuff like that. The things that I do to her.
It was bad. This is why we don't sleep in the same room at home.
I'm telling you, man.
Next time we're getting separate tents.
But what was your favorite part of it all?
My favorite part? I got a couple. When we went for a walk and I took some pictures.
Yeah, you did some. You know what? Every time we go for a walk somewhere, she's taking pictures. She's good on that damn phone. She can never put it down, which is a very annoying thing for me. She laughs about it, but I get pissed about it because it's disrespectful and she don't get that. But she does take a lot of pictures, and she got we stayed at the
Clear Lake
campgrounds. You call it what?
Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
Because I always forget it's called Clear Lake, so I call it Camp Crystal Lake.
I'm telling you, next year I'm getting a motel. You all can fuck off.
Baby.
I don't give a shit if you call me a baby or not. Fuck off.
We're getting
man.
separate rooms then.
I don't give a shit. I don't care. If
I
you
want
even,
my own
I don't
room.
even care if you come. But
Well, normally you don't. If you want to go there.
You actually did that. That video was kind of funny yesterday. Your shorts video
Which one?
about coming in the house or some shit like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know either, man.
I didn't do the video yet.
You know what, Teresa? I ain't getting a camper. Everybody can fuck off. I was cold. I don't like being cold. But, talking of a camera, you know what? You always got to be on guard with China Doll when you go anywhere, because you never know when she's filming you. Now, Penguin, good brother of mine, actually one of my favorite ones, or the favorite one. He's the only one really I like riding deuce with, because I can trust him and he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
But poor China Doll on Penguin all the time. We were sitting there eating and he don't know she's filming him. Oh, I gotta bring this one up. Here we go. Watch his recovery. It was funny. Here we go. Caught on camera. That was funny shit. We got to give an encore edition, and this is worldwide right now. This is point. He's like, you motherfucker. I always tell these guys, don't ever give me any ammunition against you for
Bam,
this show.
there it is.
There it is. And that is the Penguin. Yes, poor guy almost went for a spill and China Doll got it all.
And you get mad because I always have my phone out. Well, look what I caught. I caught Penguin dancing.
My poor Penguin, man. Poor Penguin.
He's like a little brother. I love that guy.
That he is.
He's
that
awesome.
He is. But you took some pictures and you wanted to show everybody your photography what is it, expertise or whatever you wanted to say. So I have to show some pictures that China Doll took of the trip. What do we got here? Oh, there's me right there. She caught me right there.
The old man.
I think that was on the way home or something.
That was
like
that was at our last stop before.
And
we made it
that's
home.
where I was freezing my ass off. If you notice, China Doll half pints over there.
I got my leathers on.
Yeah, you do.
Uh-huh.
You do.
It's Tilly. That was smoke break.
There's Penguin and Denny on that one. You know what? Freaking Penguin, a crazy dude, man. All he did was bring that freaking hoodie. And I'm like over here, man, fuck you, dude. I'm going, I'm putting on leathers and dude, I look like a big old Pillsbury, man, with all the layers I had on.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is
Penguin choosing to wear just the hoodie.
Yeah, just the hoodie.
2 hoodies.
And there's a half pint with the finger right there.
Telling you how she really feels.
She is a legit midget.
Yeah, she's 4'9".
4'9". Legit midget.
She was legit the shortest one there.
And there's another one. There's China Doll again. We stopped at that place twice.
On the way there. And
there's the Brittany.
There's our daughter.
And there's Gangster China Doll. That's how fucking cold it was up there.
We were incognito.
Incognito.
This is how nobody knows who you are.
You know what? I'm actually gonna make that into an ad with you like that. And there's a penguin.
There's Penguin.
And there's the campground that we were at, that damn cold ass place, man. And there's a picture that she actually took. Looks like a painting.
That is my probably favorite picture I took the whole time we were there.
That's why when we were on that walk, and there's Clear Lake, of course. You know, she does pretty good with the pictures, man. Good scenery. There's a picture of the beach, and that lake is clear. Oh, there's Hollywood. Ain't he a gorgeous looking guy? But that one, if you actually turn upside down,
hey, go back.
There's some of the writing right there.
Now I'm going deaf.
But that's going to be, I'm going to make a video of that type of stuff. Great times, though. Great times. A lot of people there. A lot of people, you know, going downtown and past Bubba's.
And I thought it was really entertaining that when you go to downtown Tomahawk, the people that live in Tomahawk,
they line the road.
They line the roads like they're about watching a parade. And they will sit there and just the whole day and just watch bikes.
Oh, man. You know what? The only one that I miss was my Bud Light.
Yeah.
I wish she was there.
Yeah.
You know, Penguin's old lady.
Yeah.
Wish she was there.
She wasn't, though. But that's okay because, you know, I was texting her the whole time.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
It's all good.
We got
Which is Teresa, who just went back to work.
We got a double date or something this weekend, don't we?
Saturday, yeah.
Saturday afternoon or something.
Yup.
Rock and roll. But yeah, cold up there. If you haven't been to the Tomahawk Fall Ride, you got to go check it out. It is in northern Wisconsin. Tomahawk, baby, is the town. But it is a fall ride for all you that love riding. You just go everywhere. The North Woods are gorgeous. Just watch out for the damn animals. You know, the damn deer are the worst. I was sitting there waiting for a damn bear to come into our freaking campsite and eat our food and shit.
Well, you know, the way some people snore.
You know, I thought
it was going to be a mating call for like the deer for the bear to show up.
Yeah, I was worried, man. Penguin was going to get the damn bears on us. It's unbelievable up there. Unbelievable.
That was great.
That is nature. And yeah, to take a ride down there, I had the Evo and stuff like that. You know, the Evo was my favorite bike. You know, the 98 Electric Glide. I didn't bring the CVO because the CVO is basically made for show and speed.
Yeah, the CVO is basically just a Hollywood only bike.
Hollywood only bike. China's Doll's ass are really hurt out there.
No, I'm not a fan of that one. No. It's beautiful. It's fast. I give it that.
It's a gorgeous
I
bike.
can go on short rides on that one, but not long distance. There's no way.
That wheel just lifts up in first gear. It wants to race. You know what I mean? 110 cubes, cams, every damn thing. Thunder headers. Whew.
And yes, we were very shocked. Hollywood did not get scalped going through the reservation.
I was scared.
I
looked at them all and I was like, you know what? We're going through this Indian reservation. These motherfuckers are going to be watching my show and shit. And I make fun of Indians all the time with their feathers and their freaking
calling them Tonto
stuff. They're going to freaking scalp me going through there.
Thus the incognito look.
Yeah, they're going to freaking scalp my ass. You know, some of the stuff that I say on the radio station about the ethnic groups, man, they're going to get pissed off at me.
They're going to come at you in hordes.
Hell yeah, man. It'd be like a Scenes of Son of Anarchy, but you'll see me in the fucking ground with ants all over me. Oh, you thought that was funny, right, Hollywood? Hey, fuck you.
Now, this is funny.
This is the fun part.
And then they'd be asking me to get out my camera. You're so good with your camera. Here, video this.
Mikey Ball in the house, man. We just had that good episode with Mike Ball with Big Bone and Archbishop. Great discussions there, man. It kind of felt like a morning Madhouse show where we just cover any topic. Do you know I got freaking grief from that one?
Why?
Because you had all kinds of freaking idiots out there. Well, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you say that? It's like, dude, when a guest come on, you let them talk. It ain't about you at that point.
No. And they got a movie coming out, right?
And they got a movie coming out. They actually asked if I wanted to be in it. I was like, I don't know, man. You guys will shoot me or something. I'd be the one that dies.
You'll be the first one to go.
I'd be the first one to go, man.
No thanks.
But don't you find that kind of messed up when you let others put their viewpoints out there, and next thing you know, people are all pissed off at you for doing it?
Yeah.
I think that's so childish.
Grow up.
It's like, damn, man, you can't debate. What the hell's wrong with you people? That's what's wrong with this country right now.
And they made a lot of good points on the show, Archbishop and Big Bone. And they brought up a lot of good things to talk about. And it's like, for people to talk negative because, oh, you guys are all bikers. You didn't talk about biker stuff. Well, that's not what it's about.
You know what? That is one of my pet peeves. Everybody thinks that since it's biker related, or it's the biker niche, that you have to talk about all bikes or all clubs. That's so fucking boring, man. Don't you want to talk about other subjects? Aren't we human beings? Aren't we all Americans?
You're a human being first. And, you got to be able to talk about anything. And like you said, have a good debate. Some people just don't want to debate. They just want their side to be the only side.
Oh, my God. Did I see that in the freaking chat room?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did I see that? Wow. Oh, man. I was kind of surprised from the Madhouse crew, some of the guys.
Yeah.
That were talking schmack.
Naughty.
It is naughty, man. Because what was even better is you had a panel of 1%ers, diamonds, on there talking about these kind of issues.
Yeah.
So there was just more to it than just motorcycles and we're bikers and stuff. I try to give all that kind of content.
Yeah.
But you got to be different sometimes. You do. There's a lot of issues going on in this country right now that people need to hear.
And to me, that just proved a major thing, that 1%ers do give a shit about something other than just themselves.
But
it proved it.
True. I might not say that about me. I care about myself a lot, but I do. I care.
But it shows the good side of the bikers.
Yeah, we're normal.
They're normal human beings, and you can't judge a book by its cover.
You got that right, Steve. You know which one I'm talking about. That one tool was running his yap, and you wanted the bitch slap. You don't know how much I wanted to freaking say something. But if I would have said something, then it would have took the focus off of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And, Mike Ball has really been, and I'm saying this all the time, he's been kicking ass on these guests. And he's the one that is actually getting these subjects to light. And I just wish most people would see that, hey, there's more to us.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. If you don't think there's more to us, then you fall into law enforcement's thinking that we're all assholes.
Exactly.
And I don't like that.
No.
And I like how Big Bone addressed the one guy. He went after him.
Yeah, he did.
I was like, fuck yeah.
And you all just sat back, go ahead, do your thing. And then Archbishop even commented towards it as well.
I wish Mikey would talk more, though.
Mark, little baby Mikey was kind of quiet.
Yeah, I wish he'd talk more, but he's just starting off on this kind of stuff. So you were the same way.
I was too. I agree, 100%.
You were the same way.
I was the quiet one.
You were the quiet one, and it took you a while to get going.
Mm-hmm.
It does in this business. If you don't know what you just get thrown into it. It takes a while to do it.
Definitely.
But today's subject, is it better to be book smart or street smart? And I think you already know what I'm going to be talking about here.
Yeah, I know your side.
You already know my side.
I think both.
You think both? I don't know. We're going to go to some news right now, and then we'll come back with our thoughts on that.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters reporting President Biden begins the week with stubbornly low approval ratings. White House correspondent Greg Clugston reports.
According to the Real Clear Politics average of polls, 41% of Americans approve of Joe Biden's job performance, while 55% disapprove. That reflects a series of recent surveys showing low approval ratings fueled by unhappiness over the president's handling of the economy. Recent polls also have shown little enthusiasm for Mr. Biden's decision to run for re-election, including among Democrats. Greg Clugston, Washington.
The Senate's top Republican says the president's lax border policies have led to a humanitarian crisis at the southern border.
But the painful ripple effects of Washington Democrats' failure to address the border crisis extend even further. In major cities all across the country, the flow of illegal migrants is testing the patience of even the most liberal mayors.
Senator Mitch McConnell also notes the serious problem of fentanyl crossing the border has become the leading cause of death for Americans aged 18 to 45.
Time to get out of bed. Time to put on the radio. Oh, you've already put it on.
You're listening to Motorcycle Madhouse Radio, WMMR DB Rockford. Yeah, the Democrats are starting to throw Joe Biden under the bus because they know he's not going to be able to win in the presidential election, and it looks like Trump's going to just plow over his ass. But these immigrants coming over the border right now, even liberal mayors, what happened to that sanctuary city stuff? I guess that ain't working out too good, is it?
No, I don't think so.
It ain't. But do you think this guy's going to actually keep running, or is he going to drop out so somebody else? They're going to put all their hopes on Gavin Newsom. You watched, and that guy's a schmuck. Everybody from California knows that one. I don't think that the Democrats, after what the hell has been going on with Biden, is going to even be able to win this one. I don't. You got to get out there and vote, though. Don't take it for granted. Get out there and vote. And it's even more funny with Trump. It's actually backfired against the Democrats with all these bullshit indictments, because now blacks are like, dude, he's a G. And that even came from Big Bone, and this dude's a G. Because he got arrested, and they know what, because they face some bullshit themselves. So that's turning everybody against the Democrats, and I love it. I love it. They need to go away.
In other news.
What do you mean in other news?
What?
You're stupid. What are you trying to cue me off for?
I'm cueing you off. Since we're talking about Biden.
What do you got?
Hunter Biden.
Oh, Hunter. You know what? He's a pimp. He is, man. Everybody out there pissed off, but dudes over there smoking crack and banging hookers. What's wrong with that, man? That's the same thing I was asking when Wild Willie got a blowjob in the Oval Office. I was like, our men, us as men, is like, dude, you're my hero. You're out there smoking crack, and I wouldn't do that. I smoke some weed and get some hookers, but damn, he in there like a freaking pimp.
He in there like a boss.
Hell yeah, man, he's bossing.
Well, out in Washington, Hunter Biden sued the IRS on Monday, claiming that two agents publicly alleging tax probe interference wrongly shared his personal information, a case that comes amid escalating legal and political struggles as the 2024 election looms.
You know what's funny?
What?
They go after Trump for all that tax stuff. They were bugging the shit out of him for years. And now that it happens to them, they're such a hypocrite. They really are. And I do believe that, Steve, if, these conservative dumbasses keep on sticking with the hardline Christians on abortion, they're going to lose again. That was the issue that lost them the midterm stuff, was that abortion crap. And Trump came out yesterday and pissed everybody off, where he said, you know what, we got to negotiate this. We got to come up with a time period that everybody can agree upon. And it looks like everybody's agreeing on 15 weeks. But you have these hardliners like Pence, this moron that wants to ban abortion outright. And it's like, dude, you got a schlong, man. It has nothing to do with you. and you're going to tell people what to do with their body. It's just like us. We got pissed off about the vaccine stuff. It's like, you're crazy, man. But yeah, Hunter Biden's all pissed off, ain't he?
Yeah, because this lawsuit marks the latest legal pushback from Biden as long as a running federal investigation into him unfolds against a sharply political backdrop. That includes an impeachment inquiry aimed at his father, President Joe Biden, seeking to tie him to his son's business dealings.
You know what? They're talking about that impeachment inquiry. They ain't going to do shit. See, the problem with Republicans is they're cowards. They really are. They're cowards. They don't know how to fight. All they do is talk. They don't stick together. And that's why there's a lot of, you know what? I wish there was a third party, man. I do. I wish there was a third party that was actually viable. But the Democrats and the Republicans are, you know, they're both the same. They all jerk each other off and they work together against everybody. They say one thing in public and do another thing behind the doors. But, you know, you're right, Rich. Separation of church and state is there for a reason. And that's what I don't get about people. You know, you got your faith. That's kick ass. That's on you. But don't try to push that bullshit to me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it. I don't like it. And that's not the way government's supposed to be ran.
Nope.
But now with this IRS probe, now Hunter Biden's pissed off about his finances being out there. They should have thought about that before they were a corrupt piece of shit family. But I still like Hunter, man. He's a pimp. He is. He's a pimp.
No, I don't agree.
What do you mean you don't agree? Why?
I don't like him.
Why don't you like him?
Because he's a douche.
Why? Because he got laid?
I don't give a crap if he gets laid by 50 people.
Well, that would be even more of my hero. He'd be my hero like a motherfucker, you know.
Well, because he thinks he's someone special because he's the president's son. But guess what? He's just an American citizen like the rest of us.
So this is true.
Being the president's son ain't gonna get him any.
You know one thing I liked about
anything.
what Mike had to bring up on that show is your local elections are the ones you really want to pay attention to, because that affects you personally. And all these national elections really don't mean shit, except for them taxing you to fucking death. And that seems like, you know, I don't get it, man. Why do people vote for the Democrats? Every time they get in, they want to raise taxes. They want to sick the IRS on you. You know, 80,000 new agents, and you assholes actually voted for that. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Really don't.
It's crazy. An Illinois couple and their 2 young children, along with the family's 3 dogs, were found fatally shot inside their suburban home in a Chicago suburb Sunday night.
What Chicago suburb?
Romeoville.
Romeoville. Hell no. Wow.
The bodies of Alberto Rolón, mother Zaria, whatever, and their 2 children were found around 8:40 p.m. by the Romeoville Police Department, and because they stopped by the home for a welfare check. 3 dogs were found dead, shot inside the house, along with the rest of the family.
I don't even think I would consider Romeoville a suburb of Chicago.
They do.
It's like freaking an hour and a half away from Chicago.
So is Schaumburg, and it's still considered a suburb.
I don't know why.
I don't either. So they don't believe the deaths were a result of a murder-suicide, but they are investigating it as a murder.
Well, you think?
Yeah.
What else we got here? I want to get into this subject in a second. Go ahead.
All right, I got one more for you.
One more.
This one shocked me when I read it. In New York, Broome County.
You got that right, Bakos, man. China's negative news is a downer.
Well, here's another negative newser.
Why can't you get good ones?
I don't know. I thought the Hunter Biden one was kind of funny.
You know what? You need to go to news school.
Whatever. I'm not a news reporter. I just find what I read and read what I find. There we go. A Broome County man riding a lawnmower died this weekend when the lawnmower and a motorcycle collided in front of his house.
That's messed up.
The man killed was Danny M. Shepard, 74. He was riding a lawnmower near the road when it collided with a Harley Davidson motorcycle traveling south.
What
Shep-
did he lose control of his lawnmower?
they don't know. No, it was the bike.
How do you mean it's the bike? The
Shepard was
dude's
pronounced.
the dude's in the middle of the road. How is it the bike's
No,
fault?
he's not. He was riding on the edge of the road.
Well, that was stupid.
Shepard was pronounced dead at the scene. The man operating the motorcycle, Justin T. Tarbox, 28, of Birmingham, was taken to the medical center for his injuries. The cause of the crash is still under investigation. All I know is the lawnmower was near the curb, getting the curb on his property, and the bike came past, and then
You
there
better
was a
watch out,
collision.
man. That guy on the lawnmower who died, he's lucky A-Bait didn't come at him for putting grass clipping on the road.
And hopefully that's not what it was, but there's a high possibility that's what it was. But they're still investigating it.
Don't you think A-Bait should spend its time on some real fucking issues? I really lost confidence in A-Bait. It's like, dude, you're over there crying and whining about a bunch of grass clipping. Shut up, stupid. You know, anybody worth their salt knows how to ride through that stuff. But you're wasting everybody's time by doing that. I'm sorry, man. Me and A-Bait and some other ones, we're having a falling out, man, because they're just childish, if you ask me. What happened to all the partying, the tits, and, you know, actually fighting for issues that meant something? That you go out there, you know what? That's the problems when you get these rubbers out there running these organizations, man, and not real bikers. You know, when A-Bait started with Easy Riders back in the late 70s, they fought for some issues. But now, grass clippings? Shut up. You're boring me at that point.
That's all she wrote for the news.
It's about time, man. You and your negative Nancy bullshit, man. Even the people in here is like, man, you're a Debbie Downer. Why you got to be a Debbie Downer?
I just find what's most popular in the news. Sorry.
You know, you're a Karen.
Yeah, according to my TikTok.
According to the YouTube thing, man, that kind of pissed you off.
I called him a jerk.
But now you're starting to see what I see, you know, what other people see. You look like a Karen. So, what did I say? Did I say something?
Don't judge a book by its cover, fella.
Oh, you got a book. You have a good book.
Yeah, our book.
Brotherhood
Because,
and
you know,
Betrayal, available on Amazon and everywhere else you can get your books at, man. If you haven't got it yet, you got to get it.
You know, I'm gonna have to throw a little beef at you about this.
What do you got to do?
Because Hollywood, you always advertise your book as you wrote it, but
I did write it.
Okay, but I also wrote in this book too.
Yeah, you did write a chapter.
I have the last chapter and a poem in this book that I wrote. Yeah. So, maybe you'd sell more copies if you advertised that China Doll wrote in the book.
Dude, I sell a
too.
shitload of copies of that book.
I don't care. Maybe you'd sell more if you tell them that.
China Doll.
China Doll wrote a chapter as well.
And the streets pity no one is the one of them deals where I put on there, and I guess that can lead into this subject. You are taking the BS way out where you say it's good to be book smart and street smart. I got to call you on it.
Okay.
I got to call you on it. One thing that happened with me when I was in high school, and I got the proof of this one, don't I?
What, your report card?
Not only the report card, but my days that I attended.
Your attendance rate, which was slim to none?
Slim to none.
Yeah.
I learned more from the guys in the neighborhood, the fellas, let's just put it that way, than I ever did in school.
Yeah.
I learned more from them that I would use in real life than any teacher in high school gave me.
Okay, I get that. But
So
I
don't-
mean, you're talking to somebody that had perfect attendance in high school for 4 years on the B honor roll. But have I used anything that I learned in high school? No.
Well, let's take that for an example there. You had all these high marks.
Yeah, except history class.
You had all this attendance good.
Yeah.
But what did that do for you? Because it's only in the last year you've really been growing, where you don't take any bullshit.
Yeah.
What did that book smart do for you to be able to read people?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Being book smart doesn't help you be able to read people because obviously, look how long it took me. I mean, I'm 50.
Yeah, you're 50 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And during that time since you left high school, it really didn't help you.
Mm-mm.
So those that so-called academics, they're usually the puds, man. They really are. They only know what somebody, and that's basically what school is being told what somebody else wants you to know.
Well, I will have to agree with you to a point because book smart people can excel in school, yes, but they don't really know how to handle real world situations well.
Let me address this with Rebecca. You want both. I have and lived on the street for 5 to 6 years. Not great to be complete unsheltered or something like that. But what did that living on the streets teach you? It taught you how to read people. It taught you how to survive. It taught you how to the body language of people. It taught you how to hustle. That's not something that you're going to learn from a master's degree teacher because they never lived it. And that's going to also protect you from scams that people throw. The real world, as I call it, is very different than what they teach.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you look at our daughter, book smart,
Yes.
great stuff.
Yeah.
But she's dumb as a box of rocks when it comes to everything else. And
Well,
why is that? Because she's trained by them.
Mm-hmm. Well, and those that are street smart basically are experts, in my opinion, at handling every situation that comes their way.
Mm-hmm.
Where a book smart person, yeah, they're good. They know a lot about their books and their tests and basically live by what they learned. And
The only thing I
in the
liked,
real world,
the
they
only
don't
thing I
know.
liked in school was history.
I hated history.
And that's the difference.
Is that the
between
only
you.
class you showed up to?
That actually is. If you look at my transcripts, is the only class I liked was history because it taught you what to avoid in the future, what kind of things that people pull, and you learn from that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as math, all I needed to do was learn how to count money. That's all I really gave a shit about. Do I need to know freaking, algebra and shit like that? No, I ain't needing that.
Trigonometry.
Bullshit. Yeah, what the fuck I need that for? That's bullshit. That's a waste of time to me. It is. It's a waste of time. And so was a lot of the other classes. I don't even remember what kind of classes there were. I liked the auto shop.
Well, people that are book smart, they have their knowledge as a weapon.
Knowledge, yeah.
Knowledge is a good weapon.
But how are they going to use that as a weapon?
I guess it would depend on the situation. I mean, personally, I think it would depend on the situation. I mean, if you think about it, a lot of stuff, if you look back to when you were in high school, how much of what you learned in high school do you actually use now? Seriously.
Well, the thing with me is I rather learn. See, with me, I love books. And I look at books in a street sense, like The Art of War. I love The Art of War because it teaches you all different aspects of how you can handle something or get ahead. It's the hustler's Bible, if you ask me. It's the hustler's Bible because you can see every way somebody's going to come at you.
Yeah.
So reading books is one thing. Self-education, I guess, is the best thing, if you ask me. Because I don't want it look what they're doing to our kids in school now. They're brainwashing them. That ain't going to teach them how to live on the street. That ain't going to teach them how to hustle. And you got to know how to hustle in this life. Be it starting your own business, staying ahead and paying your own bills. You know, that degree's only going to get you so far.
Now tell me if you agree with this or not. The major benefit to being book smart is you can usually solve problems quicker by sticking to the facts and approaching an issue from an intellectual point of view.
How are you going to use an intellectual point of view when you're facing off against somebody that's dumb as a box of rocks?
But wouldn't somebody with an intellectual view have a good debate?
Well, you can debate,
Except
yes.
if it's our daughter.
Well, see, that's the thing, man. She's about to become a double master degree, and it's like, what the hell's wrong with you, kid? Really? She voted for somebody just to get rid of student loans. That's not using your brain.
Nope. But that was the biggest reason for her voting for Biden.
So that was a wasted vote for no reason.
Pretty much.
And with you tried that book smart shit for years.
Yeah.
And all it did was make you cower to people.
Yeah.
Where you didn't express your viewpoints or none of that stuff. With me,
well,
I'm honestly, I don't have a filter, and that's because I can read people's body language. I don't believe in letting them talk shit. That's something I'll never believe in, is when people are lying to me. And we're going to be talking about that on Members Only coming up. When a brother or a friend continuously lies to you, which is the biggest bullshit out there. Now, what school will teach you is, well, you know, you just gotta sit down and talk about it. Well, if this dude owes me money, what the hell is your book's gonna teach me here? No, I'm gonna peg him with a freaking Vic, and he's paying that interest. He knew what he was getting into.
Well, I guess, there are a lot of benefits for being street smart because you learn from experience rather than from books. You have years of experience trained to you to be confident in any given situation, no matter how challenging it may seem at first glance. You are the master of practical situations.
Well, you got to be practical in life, and you also have to be realistic. You know, they sell these dreams to these kids where it's unrealistic that you're going to accomplish that shit.
Well, there's been many.
You might be, and that's where the hustling from the street comes in, because if you got street smarts and you got knowledge on the subject, like a stock market broker.
Well, there's been lots of times with our daughter where I've had to tell her, think outside the box, meaning inside the box is everything you learned in school. I'm like, you got to start thinking outside the box, because if you keep sticking in that little box, you're not gonna survive. You got to go outside the box.
Right, Mike? Schools ain't gonna teach what a big is.
No,
they're not gonna teach what big
I learned what that was from you.
They're not gonna teach what points are either. But and that's sad too. Because a lot of these idiots, they're the ones that are preyed upon. But go ahead.
So being street smart means you believe in the best way to learn something is by doing it. Having a good grasp of social cues, you think fast on your feet, and you make
Hey, a Hollywoodism from China now.
You feel like you basically can do on the spot decisions that make you smarter.
I think that fits me. I am on the spot right away. But I think the reason for that is body language.
Yeah.
The body language is the most telling sign that you can have. That's what cops use against people, and they don't even know that. They'll read your body language. Like, here's the thing: if you want to know during an interrogation, you always want to sit forward. You don't want to, move around or flinch or any of that stuff during a question. You always sit towards them. You never sit back in your chair. And what that's telling them is basically you're not lying, that you're innocent when you lean forward, that you're not scared of their question. You have nothing to hide. When you sit back in your chair is when you got something to hide. All you have to do is watch an interrogation and you'll see that. But that's what they use against you. And that's something you're not going to learn in a book.
No.
You're going to learn that on the streets of what to do during a police interrogation. For one, don't fucking talk. That's one thing about people that are book smart. They think they're, they get into some stupid shit. Next thing you know, they go under interrogation and the cops just run all over them. Nothing pisses the cop off more than you being smarter than them. But you need to shut up, first of all. And if they're talking to you, lean forward. That's what you do. What? Are you confused?
No.
You're confused.
No, I'm not. I'm a fidgeter, so,
And you are. And then that's where they're going to wrap you in the, they're going to take you down because you are a fidgeter.
I've always been a fidgeter. It's the anxiety makes me anxious in lots of situations. I can't talk today.
You can't. You're Hollywood today.
But I know for a fact that I can lean forward on a table and be like, what?
But it's how you lean forward on the table that means something. That's just a lie detector test. People think that you can't pass one. Yeah, you'd pass one. And even though if you're lying, all you have to do is keep your heart rate under control. That's how it works. Most people can't keep their heart rate, and you have to keep your feet flat, by the way. And you got to control your breathing, and you got to put all the anxiety out of your mind. That's the way they get you on a lie detector test.
No.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, they measure your heartbeat during the
So
reaction.
you can't have
during
your legs crossed or nothing. You got to have your feet planted on the floor.
your feet planted, and you got to control your breathing, and you got to keep your heart rate down.
Well, you can do that by controlling your breathing.
Leo hopes you can't control your emotions and anxiety. Yeah, you're damn right on that one. Damn right. Where you have a hard time with it. And if you ever see people when they talk to China, you can tell when she's nervous.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, you're going to give out all my clues?
Yeah, people can tell when you're nervous. And that's when the wolves on the street eat your ass up. They do. They'll eat your ass up.
So how can you tell when I'm nervous?
Oh, come on. I just see you fidgeting and you laugh like Camellia Harris.
I do laugh a lot. But I laugh a lot on a norm.
Yeah, but that's her tell.
How is that my tell?
No, that's her tell.
Oh, hers? Oh, who cares about her?
No, it's a very important freaking example.
When she's lying, she laughs.
Yeah.
Well, then,
or she can't answer
probably
a question.
Laughs more than I do.
And a lot of people do that. Or they start with the no, the you know, that's one of the things that really bugged the shit out of me with radio guys is when they go that's so stupid.
You used to always nail me with saying and a lot.
And that's just because you can't articulate a point. That's where it becomes a bad thing. That's something that they don't teach you in school. I believe in actually using stuff that's going to help you in real life, because life is a bitch.
Well, what about those that grew up sheltered? I mean, I technically grew up in a sheltered life.
Well, you were,
I didn't know anything like as far as becoming street smart until after I got out of that house. But I still wasn't street smart for a long time.
because you were sheltered.
Mhm,
You always had somebody there helping you.
mhm. I
And-
still do.
That's where it hurt you.
I still do. Hollywood.
Well, that's because we're married. We're married.
When in doubt, call Hollywood out.
I'm the same. I laugh, so I can't lie. Mike, don't talk about Black Dragon. He's got to work on that. He's been doing this so long. It's like,
and he still does it.
what's with the Black Dragon? What's with the Black Dragon? I bump on him all the time.
It's fun.
It is fun. It is fun. Dwayne, I'm the same. I can't I laugh, so I can't lie. There you go. But what is the reason to lie? That just makes everything worse, is when you lie.
Definitely. Because then you got to remember what you lied about, and then you got to back up that lie, and then it just makes it even longer and harder to keep up with.
And yeah, I guess you have to have a mix of both.
I mean,
But when it comes to book smart, like I said, I don't like others' opinions trying to tell me what I should know.
Well-
I want to go. That's like when you do book reports
I hated book reports. They were stupid, but I got A's on them all.
and the teacher tries to critique it.
Yeah.
Well,
Then-
this is what I got out of it. I don't care what you think I should think.
I always hate when teachers critique your book reports because of the fact that you're voicing your opinion in that book report, and then they're telling you basically your opinion is wrong.
Mhm.
And it's like, no, this is what I got out of the book.
Listening to our music in the shower could be dangerous. Have you ever tried to twerk in the shower?
You're listening to Motorcycle Madhouse Radio, WMMR DB Rockford. Why do I see you twerking in the shower? Did you twerk when you were at Tomahawk?
I did in the shower to stay warm. Because when you stepped out of that hot shower, man, I think my little titties got even smaller. I think they inverted.
They inverted, huh? I
Yeah.
tell you what, man, my schlong like went right up in there again.
Turtled up
Yeah, it was so damn cold.
and getting out of that shower. None of us wanted to get out of the showers. They were hot.
And
They
what
were
do you
great.
think about what Steve says
I don't
here?
know.
Opinions are not facts, and people get them confused. I totally believe that because
Well, it's true, an
Look
opinion.
look at this bullshit when you watch any of these news programs, whether it be CNN, MSNBC, Fox News. People actually take opinions as facts, and that's not the case. I think most of these news channels are nothing but opinions, and they cater to one side or the other. How is that education? I do know this is a fact. I'm paying more taxes right now, and I don't give a shit where it's supposedly going according to you. What I do know is you're giving all kinds of money overseas. I'm paying for it, and you're trying to bill me with a bill of goods, if you will. But you also have those people that are in academia that don't understand something as simple as that. Do you like, because in the last year you have grown, do you like yourself now or before?
Now.
Why?
Because I feel like I've I feel like I've succeeded more and I've grown more as a person, and I'm not in this little shell anymore.
Is that from a book smart angle or a street smart angle?
Street smart angle. It's definitely not a book smart. I basically I'm not an avid reader, so
Well, you're not an avid reader unless somebody put it in front of you.
Yeah.
So you had to have somebody put that in front of you in order to learn it.
Yeah.
You didn't learn it on your own. See, I believe in learning shit on your own. I really do.
I learn shit when I want to.
Now you do.
Mhm.
But when you were younger, you didn't. You read what they wanted.
I
you.
was told this is what you need to do, and that's what I did.
And that's the problem we're having in schools today is they're putting all this freaking propaganda in these kids' heads, and they don't know how to discern what's right and wrong. That's where I don't like this book smart ideal, because you're just plain stupid. Anyway, we're going to go to the members only in about 8 minutes. We're going to be talking about when a brother lies to you all the time. Not good stuff. If you're not a member, you can join over on Spotify or on YouTube, baby. We'll see you tomorrow. If you're not a member, you got to get a hold of them, the Madhouse crew, and also buy the book. Like Black Dragon says, buy the book. Brotherhood and Betrayal, available on Amazon and all other major online bookstores. Rock on.
I say goodbye, vamoose, adios, ciao, so long, get your hat jack.
#1 internet biker radio show is now available on Spotify and all major platforms, including iHeartRadio, iTunes, Stitcher, and more. Don't forget to become a subscriber on any one